Okay, so we're out in the greenhouse now, and I tell you, I put my Gansey on, but I really don't think I need to. It's minging hot in here inside the greenhouse. I've had to open the door. It's funny thing about Scotland is it gets such a high level of light, and that once that wind chills off you, it's just hot. Now I hope it's not too bright in here for you. So what we're working with is a little old fruit box thing. I made these a few years ago. Little bits of scrap wood, cut them up, fill them full of compost and put herbs in them. They were great for presents for people. Anyway, that's an old one. I've got a few bits of old cane, and I've even got a bit of old plastic pipe, because you know, the bees, the fat ones, they don't care what it is as long as they can get inside it. And you can see what you do here is you get a bit of old cane that's got little holes in, and they make perfect places for bees and bugs and earwigs and all the great things in the garden. Now, to tie it all together, string, what more do you need? Pound a ball at the pound shop. Anyway, so we'll have a go, and all we're basically going to do is we're going to measure the width of this. That's all you do. So I know now that's the width. So if I take my secateurs on a thin cane, I can just cut it. Look at that. How easy was that? Job done. Hole already there. So I now know that all the other ones have got to be the same size as that. So I'll get on cutting a few, and then I'll come back and we'll have a bit of a crack. So with these, again, we'll just snap them up, get them about the right size. It snaps easy. It's just wood. It's thin stuff off a fruit box. But once you break it and you bundle a bit together, you get the idea? See all the little spaces there? That's what the little bugs get into. The earwigs like this stuff. You can start to see now how it's forming up. Now, that would be a nice little bee hotel in itself, you know. You could wrap a bit of gaffer tape around there, or a bit of plastic, and then hang that in a tree, and that would get bees in. But we're going to do a few more so we can fill the box. Now, another thing that's handy to pop inside these bees is old sunflower heads, you know. Got a few seeds on, the birds will come down, but they'll drop out, and then wherever you've had this, wherever you put your beehive, underneath it, you'll get sunflowers growing. 2 for the price of 1. What's the problem? Champion. So as you can see, it's starting to come together now. Nice dry bits and pieces going in there, tightly packed, and then we'll stick a bit of net over the front to stop it all falling out. Now as you can see, it's starting to fill up quite nicely now, and it's not exactly high tech, you know. But then again, as I said earlier, the bees don't care what it looks like, just how it works. And all they want is lots of little nooks and crannies that they can hide in. So all you've got to do is make sure you pack this really tightly. Now, the reason it's got to be tight is because if it's not and you pick it up, it's all going to fall out. Because on the back of this, there's no bottom. Now remember, you can also make a small one if you don't want to make a grand thing like that. Why not use something like that? That would be absolutely perfect. You could fill that up, put a string on it, hang it up in a tree, and it'll be absolutely champion. Or another thing I'm going to show you in a minute is how to, if you're a bit more technically minded, like what I is, how you can make a one with an electric drill or battery drill and an old fire log. We'll turn that into a solo beehive as well. So I'll carry on cutting a few more and then I'll get back to you. So we're still chopping away here, but I will get through it. Just keep an eye out. I should do a Benny Hill bit here, shouldn't I? Well, I mean, not a Benny Hill bit, you know, but like speed it all up. But as it is, I'm just chopping through them, taking my time, there's no hurry. And if any of these canes are just a little bit big, I've got a nice little saw here. You can tell I've got a saw with us, because I cut my finger. It's funny, I thought, it's a bit thick that, I better stop using the secateurs, I'll use a saw. Straight through my finger. But I was a bit surprised, because normally blood comes out and it's red, and mine was blue. Now I do remember my grandma saying that I was related to the Queen. So we'll just keep packing them in, nice and tight. Tighter you get it, the better. You don't want all the bits falling out when you try and pick it up. Also, if it's nice and tight, the rain that comes across the top won't penetrate it. It'll just run straight down the sides. One of the things that the bees really don't like is if the location you put it is under something like a drip off a roof. I mean, who would want to be dripped on all night long? Not a lot of fun. So try and put it in a little sheltered area. Maybe it's hanging up under a tree, or in the eave of a building, or the corner of your tool shed on the outside. And you know what? You'll be surprised how these solo bees will actually find it. This is just about the last few going in now. Now be careful on these last ones, because as you push down with your hands, the splinters from the cane will go right in your fingers. And I speak about that with authority. Now, if I'd been sensible, I would have worn some gloves. But if I'd been sensible, maybe I would have just went to blah, 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 and bought one of these things. But you know what? It's been a lot of fun making it. It's taken me about half an hour or so, maybe 45 minutes. I've used a few old garden canes, and I do stipulate old ones. These are the ones from last year. So I think that's about it. Hey, guess what? I can pick it up and it didn't all empty itself out. Look at that. Now, how about that? We'll just take that bit of wire off there. Take that out in the edit. Look at that. Now we'll hang that up in the garden, and do you know what it is? A few weeks' time, full of bees. So it's done. It's dusted. I've put a bit of string on to hang it up. We'll take it through the garden now. Now I think I found a champion place for it here. I was going to put it on the corner of the man cave, but you know what? It's a bit wet there. So I found a lovely place right here. Let me show you. There's the giveaway. We'll have the old man of the garden, and we're going to put it up there. So it's under the eaves of the man cave, tucked away behind the Christmas lights. So it'll be nice and dry up there, but it gets a lot of warmth. So if I can get up without falling down, I've stuck a little picture hanger up there, and I should be able to just get it over there, hang it on there, push it in, and there you go. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. We'll just tidy that up a little bit. Oh, that'll be champion. Look at that, man. Before you know it, I'll be running my own business. How about that?